Every drink has a story. Every shift has a moment that sticks with you. Good, bad, or completely insane, behind the laughter, the chaos, and the clinking of the glasses, that's where the real stories live. This is Bartender Bangaz, where we pour out the truth straight. No chaser. Welcome back to Bartender Bangaz, where the stories are wild, the drinks are stiff, and the poor decisions hit hard. I'm your host, Mark the Shark, aka Schmark, and today we are joined by none other than the Greater Long Island's 2023 Bartender of the Year. Some people call him Hot Tuna. Big Dan Bartley. Give it up for Dan.
Yo, what up, Mark? How we doing, bro?
Welcome to the show, brother.
Dude, happy to be here, man. Really excited.
Excited to have you here. You've been on the top of our list, you know. I'm like, I've hung out here a bunch of times. This guy's always a fun energy. So let's get into this thing. We like to start off, shoot everybody your credentials. So like, where have you bartended? What got you into bartending? How'd you start? And, you know, what got you here to where you're at?
Dude, I started working in the service industry. I was 13 years old. I'm sure you remember the Babylon Carriage House.
Of course.
I actually busboyed up there, worked catering, and then, you know, eventually after that, I moved. Food ran at Fat Fish, and then they gave me an opportunity to bartend there. Bartend at Fat Fish for about a year and a half while I was barbacking here.
Okay.
And then, you know, one night I just spoke to the owner here, Connor, and I was like, hey, man, look, like I've been bartending all summer. Like I would really love the opportunity to get behind the stick at Mary Carroll's. And, dude, the rest is history, bro.
Yeah, you just been here ever since?
Honestly, bro, yeah, almost coming up. I'm bartending here for about 6 years, but I've been here for about 9. Yeah.
Damn.
Dude. Yeah.
So this is your home
bro,
base
this
right here.
This is my home, bro.
Yeah.
I love it here, bro. Great group of guys I work with. Great owner. And great people that come in, bro. Town's awesome. I love it here, bro.
And how would you describe this bar where we're at right now? Like, sports bar, Irish pub, clubbish vibe.
What makes Mary Carroll so special, in my opinion, is you can make it whatever you want, bro. Like, we literally have, like, a library back there. So you come in, you could sit down, grab a book, read. You come in with all your boys, tear it up in the back, watch some sports, you know, have a good time, you know, depending on the night and the vibe, like the music, like, bro, it could be a club. We get chicks dancing in here all the time, too. But, like, dude, at the end of the day, it's just, like, a great spot. You come, get awesome food, delicious beverage, and just, you know, chop it up with cool bartenders and such. Yeah.
Oh, dope. So shout out to Mary Carroll's. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
The owner's name is Connor, you said?
Connor, yep.
Shout out to Connor. Thanks for letting us film this in here. So, like, since you started bartending, what do you think has changed the most in the industry?
Honestly, dude, like, I just feel like what's really changed is what people are drinking, bro. Like, honestly, I feel like on a busy Friday or Saturday night, bro, I was making, you know, vodka soda. This isn't really a cocktail spot, bro. So I'm making, like, vodka sodas, Jack and Cokes and such. But, bro, now I feel like me and, like, a couple of the bartenders here joke around. We call it the Sun Cruiser Simulator. We're just popping high noons, popping Sun Cruisers, handing them with a smile. $11, please, thank you. You know, and like that is something that has truly like opened our eyes. Like, dang, like the canned beverage game is really taking over, bro.
Crazy, yeah.
Crazy, right?
I'm a Sun Cruiser guy myself.
Dude, you and 99% of everyone, bro. Like,
And how much? That's so much easier to serve too. Like you're not making the drink. You don't have to clean anything up. Like,
bro, it's great. But like, you know, like, look. Every once in a while, I do love whipping up an old fashioned or something here, you know, and I take pride in doing that. But that 100% is the number one thing that I've noticed, bro. It's just the lack of people ordering spirits compared to canned beverages. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And so what's the first cocktail? Like you were working back at Fat Fish. Mm-hmm. What's the first cocktail, like actually like that you had to learn, like as a bartender, not a vodka soda, rum and Coke?
Yeah. So, oh, dude. They had this drink menu. It was like a Blackberry Smash, bro. I was like muddling. It was a Blackberry Bourbon Smash. I remember it was like mint, blackberries, little simple syrup, like a nice, like I think we were using the Bullet Bourbon. But yeah, that was definitely like one of the first. That's honestly the drink that I remember making the most. But probably a drink on my own that wasn't on a menu, bro, is probably like a French martini, dude. Like I just remember, and like that was something like in my first couple years, whenever like a chick would be like, oh, like, I don't know what I want to drink, you know? And like, I would whip them up one of these like French martinis. It looks beautiful with the foam and such, you know? And that was definitely probably the number one drink that I probably learned myself that wasn't on a menu. Exactly.
The French martini.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
And so if a girl, that's another question I was going to ask. If a girl comes up, or guy, but I feel like it usually happens with girls, where they come up to the bar and they go, I don't know what I want. I want something good. What can you suggest?
Yeah.
That's the question we all get. And
dude, all the time.
It's the worst.
It's honestly like, yeah. And then the worst is when you make them something like, oh, I don't like this. It's like, bro, like,
you
what?
asked me to.
Yeah.
What are you making? Like, what are you pulling out?
So I have definitely moved away from that French martini now. So I like ask them a question. I'm like, you allergic to anything? What do you like? Vodka, gin, rum, tequila? And like, depending on it, like, yeah, if they're like, oh, I really am a rum drinker, or I want rum, or I'll do vodka. Like, dude, I make this one drink, and so I'll do like ginger beer, like a peach vodka, seltzer, and a little bit of like cran and pineapple, and I call it like a lifesaver. You know, it has that like spicy, like little sweetness to it too, and it like goes down smooth, and like a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
So that's probably something that I whip up for a lot of people if they ask vodka. You know,
does that have a name?
The lifesaver. I call it the lifesaver because it.
All right.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah, it tastes like a lifesaver. I think. Yeah.
All right, so come to Mary's, try a lifesaver. Get a lifesaver from Dan. Oh, that's awesome. And then at the end of the night, you've been serving everybody drinks. What is your, like, everybody has to have a shift drink, even if you're not drinking on shift.
Yeah.
What are you drinking at the end of the night? You and the boys are cleaning up.
Dude, you know, after a busy Friday, Saturday night, when you're running around sweating, dude, there's nothing better than, like, you know, a nice Guinness that's potentially sweating more than you know?
I think we didn't have that set up.
Yeah.
Let's have an after shift drink.
Oh, yeah,
while
man.
We're filming,
hey,
brother.
Cheers, brother. Sláinte.
Hell yeah.
You know, I'm just going to
I was way off. I was going to try to split the G.
Me too. I was way off too. But, God, I haven't had a Guinness in a while, dude, and this is so delicious, bro. I can't move. Yeah, it's just so good. I love it, bro.
We'll have to have a couple
as
we go through this.
Brother.
Yeah. All right, so you started off bartending as a rookie, right? Rookie bartender. Mm-hmm. What's a rookie mistake that stands out in your mind that you made? Something that like the other dudes were just laughing.
So when my first shift by myself, I remember Connor, the owner, comes in and I'm like, you know, Connor, like, what if I like don't know like how to make this drink or something like that? And he goes like, you know what, Dan, if you don't know how to make it, just make it red and give it to them. And then I remember that exact night, someone asked for a Negroni, and I literally just made like this disgusting sweet vermouth drink, put like cranberry, because I didn't know like Campari or anything went in it at the time. And I just remember like giving it to them and the person being absolutely disgusted, and then getting like a $0 tip on there, and then them just walking out. And I have not seen them back since. So I'm happy I left that mark on somebody like that, you know?
And you ever like on shift break something? Like,
wow. Honestly, I'm looking back at one of my buddies that's here right now. So when I first started at Fatfish, they called me Wrecking Ball, bro. Like, and because dude, I'm a big boy, man, and I move fast, and sometimes my feet move faster than my body, and I'll just, dude. I probably break a glass or two on shift, you know. Connor, you know, sorry, I don't mean to. At least I'm glad that's probably like, that's lowballing it.
One or two a shift.
At least, bro. At least, dude. But dude, yeah, 100%. Yeah, but you know,
what's like the biggest thing that comes to mind? You broke like, oh shit, like I just fucked that up, like.
So when I was bar backing, bro, like I remember I was stocking the shelf, bro, and like we had a whole bottle of like Hendrix, like we just got like this Hendrix gin, and I remember I like picked up, like, dude, bar backing, you pick up from the bottom of it, you don't pick up from the handles, you know.
Yep,
and I
the floor's wet and the bottom gets wet.
Bro, I pick up from the handles, bro, and this entire bottle of Hendrix gin just fucking falls down and shattered the whole thing. Yeah.
The whole case?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, that was definitely a bad thing of mine. And yeah, that's probably the worst thing that I broke here. Nothing, I've honestly, behind the bar, never broken a bottle or anything like that. It's mostly just pint glasses or rocks glasses that I somehow my hands just don't work with them very well.
Yeah.
And I somehow win a competition for it, you know?
Bartender of the year right here.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So what's a rookie mistake that you still see bartenders make when you're out? Something you see and you're like, shit, man. Like, I wish I could pull him to the side and just tell him, like,
look, man, like,
don't waste your time.
Like a big thing for me with that is, like, dude, like, I'll go into a spot and when I see like a bartender behind the stick, especially a young one that's like super fucked up, like getting like not being able to handle your shit behind the bar and getting like fucked up and that is like a number one thing where I try and tell, especially new bartenders that come in here. That's like a big thing. Like, look, like you're obviously going to take a shot or two here, shots while you're behind the bar, but like you have to know when to stop because what's going to happen is you're going to fuck up your draw, you're going to fuck your tips up. It's eventually going to catch up to you, and you're going to be making mistakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You need to know that limit. That
100%. You got to know. Be like, okay, like like I'm having a good time, but like, don't get blackout drunk behind the sticks.
Yeah. You know? And it's an easy slope to slip down.
Oh, bro, 100%. It creeps up on you, bro. 100%. But yeah, that's something I definitely tell younger bartenders, newer bartenders to be mindful of that. You know.
Yeah.
You are the person in charge. You know? So act like it. You know.
A drink that you've accidentally served, like you misheard, somebody orders something that's loud and you make them something different. You have anything like that happen?
So when in my early years, again, I'm going to come back to this, bro. You know how, like, the whole thing, can I have a Tito's and vodka? Yeah. Like, can I do a Tito's and vodka? And I just remember I made this person, like, an actual, like, a Tito's with, like, our house vodka. And then, like, they're like, no, I wanted, like, this instead. I was like, but you said Tito's and vodka. And, like, dude, that happens to me at least 2-3 times a night where people say something like that. And I just remember churning out Tito's and vodka. It was like they wanted, like, 4 of them. And they're all like, no, So that was probably my biggest mistake where I was like, dude, why would I even do this?
And they wanted seltzer.
Yeah. Like, after the fact, I'm like putting that in. I'm like, why the fuck would they order this? And then, like, afterwards, I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like, I lack common sense, I guess. Yeah.
As a bartender, you've worked at some high-energy places, some fun places. What's the craziest, like, fight? Like, and stupid, like, what's the dumbest fight is what I should say that you've witnessed where, like, those people are waking up, like, why did I ruin my night,
So, dude, I was at this spot, right? And these 2 guys were fighting over this one chick. And, like, 9 times out of 10, bro, it's always over a girl, bro.
Yeah.
And, this girl, bro, if I could tell you, like, how she was built like, I could probably say she was built like a bowling ball. And it was just, like, dude, watching these 2 guys, and, like, they're, like, kind of, like, good-looking dudes, like, tall, handsome, and they're, like, fighting over her. And I'm like, bro, and it ended up turning out, like, there was like, 3 dudes and, like, 5 dudes, and the whole bar, it just turned into anarchy, bro. In a second, bro. And I just remember being like, wow, this woman really just caused all these men to get into this argument. It just blew my freaking mind. So that was definitely the most wild shit. Like, dude, obviously, like, pretty much anytime there is a fight, it's always over some dumb stuff. At the end of the day, like, booze are involved. But, like, that one was the one that stuck with me, and I just vividly remember being like, that's crazy,
And now say, like, you see, like, you're working here, and you see these 2 dudes are starting to get a little heated. You see, like, a fight is kind of brewing.
Of course.
What's your way to step in and prevent it from happening? There's always, like, that little, you do something stupid, you do something to steal their attention, whatever, buy them around with drinks, whatever it is.
Well, dude, like, my big thing is, like, I try and be, like, no nonsense. Like, pretty much, like, if I ever see that, like, no matter what's going to happen, if there are 2 guys beefing and like I was saying earlier, I'm a very big guy, so I'm lucky to have size to my advantage. So if I do see an issue arising, walk out, and I'll literally go right away. Be like, guys, what's going on? And, like, just make my voice heard, my presence known. Yeah. And if they are like, nah, we're good, okay, cool. Like, you go over there, that's fine. But if, like, they're like, this guy's being a fucking asshole or this, then I'm like, all right, bro, like, and then I try and figure out exactly what happened as best as I can. But if not, both people leave, or if not, one person's going.
Yeah.
And, like, dude, like, honestly, here, like, we really pride ourselves. We sniff out a lot of stuff. We don't have any issues like that really ever, which is great.
Yeah, I've never seen a fight here. I've hung out here a bunch of times. I don't think I've ever witnessed
when I
one.
first started bar backing here, the reason why it got so bad was like, bro, Monsoon would do, when Monsoon was a thing, they would do, you buy one bottle, you get like a next one free. So like, dude, like all these like guys would pull up the Monsoon with their 5 or 6 boys, buy one bottle, they get the next one free, they get fucked up, come here at 3 a.m. with a chick that they were with, and that chick's like, wow, all right, this guy sucks. Go finds another guy, and then next thing you know, like, those dudes are beefing with the dudes over there, and that's when that's where like the issues would really arise. Now that like that's not happening, bro, it's honestly it's a way chiller crowd now. Like, dude, the younger generation doesn't want to like throw hands. It kind of is crazy. It's like, look, it's not crazy. It's honestly great for us.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
It's great for us, and like, bro, but like we do pride ourselves like to be able to sniff out those issues too when they do arise. Like we break it up and get them out, or you know, like I was saying earlier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We've all had like that girl who comes in and has an emotional breakdown about something. Mm-hmm. You have like any ones that stick out to you? Any funny like?
Okay, so this happened actually quite recently. This chick comes in. She sits at the end of the bar and she just looks super upset. And they go up to her and we're like, hey, like what can I get you? And then all of a sudden she just starts bawling out, crying. She's like, I just got kicked out of my house and all this stuff, and I just got kicked out of the bar next door. And like anytime you hear like I just got kicked out of the bar next door, like especially late night, you're like, fuck, like what did this person do? So she ended up not telling us, but like, you know, we're a smaller town, you know. I have friends over there, so I text. I'm like, yo, what happened with this chick? And they're like, yo, she fucking was blowing a dude in the bathroom and puked all over him. Like all over his pants and shit. So they threw her out. No. And then we ended up having to, that is.
And then tried to come here.
Yeah, bro. And like still wanted to party. And I'm like, and was like looking for another guy to guess like be with. And I'm like, yo, what? Bro, like, yeah, you see a lot of crazy stuff, man, honestly. And that one definitely is something that's most recently that I remember. You know?
Oh my God. That's great.
Yeah.
The hot tuna.
Oh my God, bro. We actually going to talk about fucking hot tuna. Did you tell him about this? You guys are fucking ridiculous, bro.
I had to do my homework.
How'd you know about that, bro? How'd you know about hot tuna?
I watched Boomer and Gio this morning, and I like right when the show ended, I was like around 10:30, I like texted Gio. I was like, yo, call me, you know, on your way home. And he texted me like it was too late when he texted me back. But I was gonna be like, yo, anything you got on Dan, like, give me. Yeah.
Are we gonna get into the hot tuna nickname or how I got that, or it's kind of such a stupid fucking story, bro. Francis and Ben made that shit up.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, we can.
We can skip that one, or I don't know.
I mean, he told me, so now I know.
Oh, so you know the story already?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bro. We can skip it then. Yeah, I was stuck in a fucking.
You got a hot tuna.
I was stuck in the Peconic, bro. You know. But yeah, bro. Like we got a sailboat. We were like, I remember when we got a sailboat and. Just Francis has a way of like just like selling you on like the dumbest shit ever, bro. Like, guys, we're yacht owners now, bro, and it's like a 1985 like 21-foot sailboat. He's like, it's a yacht. We can tell girls we have a yacht now, guys. So we take this boat out on the Peconic, bro, and it's old as fuck. Like, dude, the fucking ladder is all rusted and like decaying from salt and everything like that. And we took a jump in the Peconic and we're trying to climb up the ladder. Well,
everybody else got up the ladder.
Ben actually was the one that broke it when he was walking up the ladder. And then this is what they say. And then they're like, Dan broke the ladder. And then I'm stuck. I can't get up, dude. It's a sailboat. So like you can't, like, I'm not the strongest guy, I guess. I couldn't like muscle myself up onto the boat. So, bro, they jerry-rigged this rope, like a fucking, and pull me up. And they just call me like, we got a catch. We got a tuna. We got a hot tuna, and pulling me up. And then, like, after that, you guys just kept telling everyone my new nickname was Hot Tuna. And I'm happy that one didn't stick as well. You know, like that is.
It might be making a comeback after this.
Fuck, bro. Incriminating
People
myself.
are going to come out here, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
The hot tuna. We got to make a drink called the hot tuna.
I think I did at the time make like a stupid ass blue drink called the hot tuna, bro. But yeah, dude.
So you got some fun coworkers you work back here with.
Some of my best friends, man.
Yeah,
they are my
I
best
could
friends.
tell,
Yeah.
you know. And shout out to Francis.
Yeah.
Fuck you for not coming
I know,
on.
bro.
You
Fuck
know?
you.
Hopefully we do get you on in a future episode, or both of you together.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have a great relationship. You guys all go on vacations together. You guys are all doing stuff. So you guys must have like a brotherly, fun pranking relationship. There's got to be some good prank stories back here.
Dude.
I know, like, I always have a water behind the bar, and like a lot of times some of my coworkers will pour it out and fill it with vodka. And when I go to just pound it, I'm like, I get caught off guard. That's done to me. It has been done to me quite a bit. But what are some pranks that stand out? Some stuff that's happened here. A couple stories.
So this one actually, the prank didn't happen to me, but it happened to one of my best buddies, Ben, and Francis was the one. Francis is like the king prankster, bro. He always gets the laugh at the end, bro.
Yeah.
No matter what. Like, you prank him, you have to like be watching your back for the next probably like 6 months because he has something in the works. He's like the long con, you know?
I love that.
But yeah, Ben, that was...
So that started with me telling him that his water smelled. He had a jug of water.
Hold on. Let's bring Ben on. You mind coming on here real quick? Ben, hit us off with this. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
So this started off with me telling him his water smelled. He always brought in a big gallon jug of water. So I went up to him and I was like, yo, man. I was like, yo, your water stinks. He's like, really? What are you talking about? So he like goes over, puts his nose to it, and I just, with 2 hands, just smash it. And water just goes all over him, right in front of everybody. It's like, it was the middle of his shift. We just got here, actually. It was like 8 o'clock. Just smashed it. So he's starting the shift off completely soaked, and he looks at me. He's like, I'm going to get you. So I'm like, you know, like he said, you know, when Francis does something, like if you like, you know, yeah.
He's someone you don't want to trifle with.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, he goes, like, if you do something, you know, like 50%, he goes 300.
Yeah.
That's everybody's warning.
Yeah. Don't fuck with Francis. So for months, he would just come in and just buy me a coffee. He would always come into the Thursday shift with a iced coffee. So I'm like, all right, so 3 months go by. So now we come in, it was 8 o'clock, and these kids are here, and they're like being a little weird, they're being a little crazy. So the owner walks in, right, and he's like, yo, we got to get these kids out. So I'm like, all right. So we start getting these kids out, and they just decide to like fight us, right? So we're like, oh no. So we finally, after about 30 minutes. My dad was here too, by the way, watching me get into this whole altercation. So we're getting these kids out. We finally get them out, and Francis got kicked in the face, and that.
Did he like get his shirt pulled?
Yeah. He got hockeyed. So yeah, it was funny. So we finally get in. We're both huffing and puffing. My legs like going, like, you know, when you have something like that happen, like adrenaline's pumping. I'm sitting at the end of the bar, and he's like, kind of like, you know, he just got rocked, so he's like, oh shit. So he like hands me my coffee, and I'm like, oh, thanks, man. So I just take this massive sip of coffee, and what he did is he rubber banded it to an entire thing of hot sauce. So when I took a sip, all I got was pure hot sauce in my mouth, and I just like, it goes in, and I just go to the garbage and just vomit. Just right at the end of the bar, I just start throwing up.
So you went to go take a big, nice sip of coffee, and it was just pure hot sauce.
It was just
like the hottest.
It was the hot
from like Del Fuego.
Yeah, he got like the hottest he could find, and I just took it, and I just. And he just looks at me like, yeah.
That's great.
He just looks at me and he's just like, gotcha. It was so fun.
That's a great prank story. That's a great prank story.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. Like my next question was gonna be: is there a prank that's backfired? Like and that sounds like.
Yeah, that's definitely like the greatest prank ever pulled off.
Yeah.
I mean, just the story leading up to it is what makes it.
Well, he did it. He did it for 3 months. Got me coffee. He like lowered my guard with the coffee.
Yeah, the true
I
long
knew he was
game,
gonna
yeah.
get me back for the water. But for 3 months, he sat on it. I wonder how much it cost him in coffee.
Bro, dude, wow, that actually is an expensive prank. But worth it.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Worth it. Get coffee.
Yeah, you got 3 months worth of free coffee.
there was another time where I went away on vacation. And he packed my door with 40 yards of packing peanuts. You remember? I went to
with the
Tahoe.
packing peanuts.
Yeah, I went to
You went
Utah.
to
Utah, and I came back, and he wrapped my door with 40 yards of packing peanuts. So when I opened my door, packing peanuts
To
just
your
came
apartment?
to my
Yes.
apartment.
Bro, like straight, yeah, like, dude, hundreds of dollars of
Dude, and then
packing peanuts,
yeah,
bro.
I couldn't get
Dude,
into
he's
my
got to start a YouTube channel or
Bro,
something.
he's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
couldn't
you
get into
not-
my apartment.
You're not, like, dude, like you were saying, like, I've learned that, like, I don't prank this guy.
Yeah.
I live with him. Like, I'm scared, bro. Like, I'm scared I'm going to wake up, he's going to get a girl to fall in love with me or something, and then she's going to be like, I'm a dude the whole time. You know? It's going to be him with a wig on, you know? Like, I'm scared, you know? Like, he's that type of guy, bro.
Dude.
The long cons, bro. It's like, the
Yeah,
long
dude,
cons is what's
it's
fucked up.
dangerous. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so dangerous.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, and then I told him I was like, hey, listen, like, can I, like, I know you have a shop vac. Can you, like, I have my shift at 9. Can you, like, bring the shop vac? He told me he was going to show up and never showed up. So I'm sitting there vacuuming. It took me 6 hours to vacuum up all of these packing peanuts. It was all in the, like, the vestibule. Like, it was all the way down. It was everywhere.
Bro, I think I dropped your keys off at your apartment the other day and they were still packing.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, you know what? We're not giving Francis any more time on this episode because he wouldn't be here.
I know.
That's
fuck
it.
that guy.
Yeah,
Fuck
you
that
know.
guy.
And I don't mean that. I mean I mean it, but I'm sorry if that offended you,
Yeah,
Francis,
yeah,
because I don't want any beef with you. I'll tell you that. After what these guys are telling
Car's
me,
gonna explode
I want
when
no
you turn it
problems.
off.
Another fun part of this show we like to talk about, everybody can relate to, a good local, a good customer that you didn't know before you started bartending, but you've grown a relationship with now.
Mm-hmm.
Any like fun stories from that? Somebody that was just unexpected?
Yeah, bro, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, so I work Sunday days here. And so, like summertime, the dog days of summer, it's people on Fire Island, you know,
Yeah.
chilling. It's mad quiet here some days. And I'll never forget, bro, this one guy walks in, this Japanese guy, right? Or I was like, oh, man, like, fuck. It was just me and him in the bar. I'm like, dude, I'm going to have to talk to this guy. Like, it's going to be interesting, you know, because that's like a big thing behind here, you know, being able to build rapport with customers and create regulars and such. And so I go up to him.
Hold on.
Oh, dude, look
That's
at you.
pretty close.
Dude, close, man. That's Molly's Gap, though, right there. That's what they call that. Between
Molly's Gap?
the harp and the Guinness. Yeah. Yeah. You did it. It's awesome. Cheers.
Try
Cheers
it,
to
yeah.
that, brother. I stay doing that, just so you know, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's my first time. I've never split the G before. Shitty split, but
Bro, so I have this, his name was Junji, right? And like, dude, I'm gonna be honest, I was like, damn, I do not want to talk to this guy at all. Like and then next thing I know, I just start like bullshitting with him, you know, and dude, like, the guy's the man. Like
Yeah.
he is from Japan, came here in like the 90s, went to school out in California, then moved out here, was in the industry for years. Then he finally got a job in like the stagehand union. But like, dude, he just was so real,
yeah.
deep, you know, like I'm a big basketball fan. He's a huge basketball fan. I'm a big baseball fan. He's a huge baseball fan. And bro, like, I ended up like getting dinner with him and like hanging out with him. Like, dude, I regularly text him, and this guy is like a 57-year-old Japanese guy, you know? And like,
Yeah.
but like, dude, I could say he's like one of my like great friends, you
That's
know?
amazing, yeah.
And like, when we go out, we have great conversation. He loves to drink and then eat great food. And bro, that is definitely someone that I could truly say is like, I never expected to be like a friend with this guy.
Right, yeah.
You know, and he's the man.
And the bars brought you guys together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. 100%.
Oh, that's amazing.
100%.
Yeah, that's a cool one. That's a fun.
Bro,
fun
yeah.
friend
He
to
and I
have.
went out like maybe like a month or two ago. And it's just so funny. Like I was saying, I'm a big guy and he's like this 5'4", 120-pound Japanese dude. And we're sitting at the bar at the post office just like talking about our lives. And he's telling me stories. And then like everyone, I just remember because I know a lot of the people up there and they're like, who the fuck is Dan with?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, who is this guy? But he is one of the coolest guys I've ever
Yeah,
met.
you can bond with some of the.
Oh, bro. Yeah, we
most
hit it off,
random
he and
people.
We hit it off, man. We hit it off.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
so cool. Mm-hmm. And then any other locals that like you have a fun story about, just local shit, you know? Because the locals always feel at home, right?
Oh,
so they treat the
100%.
place a little bit different than just a normal person. And they almost have the right to. Like, you know them well enough. They know what
Yeah.
they can get away with. They know what they can, you know, what limits they can push or you know.
Man, like a really good story about a local. I got to think on that one for a second, honestly.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, we might have to skip this one because
Yeah.
I have had issues with people that like do think they're like mad comfortable here.
Yeah.
And they end up like this is my bar and saying shit like that has literally been like, dude, nah, you can never come back here. Or
Yeah.
doing something where you're like, yeah, bro, like
Well, that's honestly,
we
even
had-
what you're saying right now, I don't even think we're gonna cut this.
Okay.
'Cause that's so relatable.
Yo, bro, it's like
that
where
we all
people
have those people
that think they're above the law, but then
and they're nice.
They're
when
great.
they're sober.
but then they do something to where
Oh,
and then you're like, yeah, bro, nah, you gotta go and don't ever come back.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I feel like there are more people like that.
Yep.
That just didn't have respect for us behind the bar or the establishment to where they're like, yeah, you can never come back here. And then like they're just like, why can't I come back? It's like, bro, because you got fucking caught doing blow and you were offering all these people coke and shit. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, dude, like
We can't have that around
We can't
here.
have that around
Yeah.
here, man. Like, and we don't want to have that here, you
Yeah.
know?
Or just the local who like thinks they're your really good friend and like you're like, I've seen you 10 times in my life, and every time I'm at work and they're like expecting free drinks or
100%. They're like, bro, you're beating me over the head here. It's like, sorry, dude. Like,
business.
I'm here to make the business money. Business makes money. I make money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, there are a lot of people like that are very entitled. You know,
Yep.
and like if I could tell anyone here that you should always be respectful no matter what establishment you're at. You know,
Definitely.
that's what I gotta say.
Yeah, I feel like if you're in the industry, you are too. Like you
100%.
know those limits. You know, like I can be a little crazy, but
Yeah, like
you respect those boundaries.
Obviously, like, dude, a big thing for me, like, there's been a lot of bartenders that like come, like, I do give bartenders kind of like a little bit more, like, okay, yeah, he's just like super fucked up. He had a long shift or something,
yeah.
you know. But like, I have actually like never had someone in the service industry like do some like really out of pocket shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, try and start a fight or do something like, you know, drugs or anything here. Like, I've honestly never had anything like that. 9 times out of 10, it's like that local guy or that local girl that is like, oh, this is my bar. Like,
They don't understand the industry.
They don't understand. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
What's like something you've gotten in trouble for at work, right? Something Connor's yelled at you about. That's just like you look back and like, it's just like stupid. Like you're like, it's dumb. It's funny. You're like, you knew better than to do that.
Oh, bro.
You know, and
Where does the
we
list
all,
begin,
yeah, we all,
dude? Where
we
does
all
the list
have 'em,
begin?
you know, yeah.
I have done a lot of dumb shit behind the bar. But I will say this, right? I'll never forget this, right? I don't know if this is going to answer your question, but I first started bartending here Sunday football, right? And Connor was awesome. He gave me sick deals, like 50-cent wings, like $5 any draft beer. Like, it was really great specials.
Yeah.
So I ended up building like a really big following, and it blew up. Like, dude, I just remember being by myself, no bar back, no this, and like my buddies coming in because I first started bartending. And I would have to like pay them out to bar back for me because I would be so busy. I'd have no glasses. Tables would be covered in shit.
Yeah.
And I just remember Connor calling me one day. He's like, And I could just like tell, like in the tone of his voice, like he knew something.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, "Is it busy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, probably like, and like I get up on the bar and I'm like, yeah. Like I probably got like 4 to 5 people like deep, bro. I was slammed, bro. I'll never forget. Like it was the craziest I have been by myself. Like still, like I remember, and he literally like he's like, "Okay, I'll be there in 5 minutes." And he pulled up. He's like, "Look, like you have to know like to call someone in or do this. You are not like you are the face of the place when you're here.
Yep.
Like if you're busy, people are gonna see that, and then what? They're gonna go and Yelp. Like the bartender was overwhelmed. Like don't go there. You know." And luckily that never happened. You know, we have a lot of great reviews, I think. But like that was something where I was like, dang, like it kind of opened my eyes. And like I was like, okay, I'm not like this kid anymore at like just bar backing or doing this. Like I have like real responsibility behind the stick.
I feel like that's a great debate too in bartending, is like knowing, you know, you don't want to call somebody else in because you want to make the most money, but you're hurting yourself at a certain point. If it's
100%.
busy, you know, like you could be making more money by having somebody else in. You're making everybody happy.
100%.
They're waiting less. So there is definitely like, you know, a fine line between that.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's just like it always will work out. It will be better to like you do step out and you call someone and then like it is busy and people are like, oh, and then you know, just be that charismatic bartender. Like I just called someone in, like I didn't think I was gonna get this busy. And people are always like, oh, great, man. And then like, oh, you're doing a great job, by the way. And then, bro, next thing you know, the tips are flooding in, and then your boy comes in and be like, all right, bro, like, yeah. And then you get through the rush, you know? And that is definitely, like you said, like that fine line. But I find when you do get that other body in here and you tell your customers that are waiting, it's way more like...
people are usually understanding for
100%.
the most part. And if you're not understanding, we probably don't even want you here.
Bro, exactly. Yo, like,
You know?
and, exactly. And like, dude, like the best guys. I'll never forget. I had like 2 bar crawls come in here one time on a Saturday. And this one guy like looked at me and I was, dude, jacked up. Like probably 120 people walked in within 10 minutes. So I call someone in and then the guy, this dude, like he was the man. He's like, give me 10 of the easiest thing you possibly could give me, bro. And I just remember like just cracking them 10 Miller Lights, man.
I was about to say cracking a bunch of Sun Cruisers.
Yeah, cracking a bunch of Sun Cruisers. And then I was just like, I just remember like ringing him up and I'm like, oh, you're the man. But you know, that's gonna be $120, bro, or something. I don't know. Like, you know, like that is like, you know, like you were going back. A lot of people most of the time are receptive, and like you said, if they aren't, fuck them. Like
you don't want that kind of energy here.
Yeah.
Being in the middle of town, right? You guys have a lot going on around you. You're not like just a destination bar. Sure, you have a lot of people going on dates, first dates. At restaurants and coming here for a second drink, or maybe meeting here for a drink before their first date. Mm-hmm. Any kind of stories that stick out? You know, you see somebody get catfished. You see, you know, like anything.
Dude, I had this one.
If you have a couple,
give it to us. One that's really I do remember where it was like a crash and burn first date. I felt so bad for the girl. So it's like this couple come in and they sit down and like, dude, this guy I could tell was so nervous, bro. Like he was literally like not looking the girl in the eye at all, like just like not making her feel like even attractive at all. And like, dude, he was we have coasters up there, just taking coasters and like talking to her, like looking down at the bar and just ripping coasters up with his hands.
It's like his nervous tick.
Like a nervous tick, bro. And then I remember, like, I noticed him doing it, and I went back about 2 minutes later. Bro, he has a mountain. He probably ripped up like 10 coasters. And then he goes to the bathroom, and I go to the girl. I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, this is a first date, and this is the worst first date I've ever been on. And I felt so bad. I'm like, damn. And I just remember, like, seeing that guy, and I'm like, God, what's going through his mind? He's this terrified. You know, like yeah. So that's probably one that
so nervous.
I knew that was the worst. But this one is from when I'm bartending. I got another one that there was this guy, and he was with this smoking hot chick, bro. She was super fine, and he like comes up to the bar and he's like, yo, like, He's like, yo, like, put more Jack in this, bro. There's, like, not enough Jack in here. Like, you ever get that when a guy's like, yo, like, dude, like, doesn't even taste like, oh, you want to pay for a double?
Even when a girl does it.
Yeah, you're like, you want to pay for a double? No, I just want more booze in here. It's like, oh, you
I get aggressive, and I start to fill up the drink with it. Like, yeah.
So this guy, I'm like, oh, yeah? You want that, bro? Next thing I know, bro, this guy is in the fucking bathroom puking his fucking brains out, dude. Just remember going up to the girl being like, you think there's going to be a second date? And she's like, absolutely not. But like, yeah.
He wanted more Jack. You jacked him up.
Yeah, oh, dude. Yeah, exactly. And I just remember being like, dude, like, fuck that guy. Like, fucking dick, bro. And he got exactly what he deserved.
Well, what about those moments like when there's a couple fighting at the bar and they think they're being discreet, but like you can tell, like everybody around them can tell that they're like soft screaming at each other.
Oh yeah, bro.
You know, there's hand signals and like,
dude, I had this one couple and they were like, yeah, like doing that, like yell, pretty much.
It goes on for hours,
dude. And what would happen was one of them would go to the bathroom and I would go and be like, is everything okay? Like making sure they were fine. And like she's like, no. And she's like, I just love him so much. And then he would come back and sit down and she would just start going into like bitching him out.
Yeah.
And then like he would like, it was like the same thing. Like it was like the ultimate toxic relationship. Yeah. I'm like, do they just like do this to like have that sexual tension when they go home or something? Like it's like, what the fuck, bro? And I'm like, God, but yeah, like that was probably the most toxic thing I ever saw. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's funny. That. Yeah, because you know, everybody knows those couples that are just there and you're like, you should have went home 2 hours ago to finish this argument. Why, 100%. I don't know why you're doing it here and why you think it's discreet. Like everybody knows.
Right? Yo, dude, absolutely. They like the attention, I think. I think people like that really do like just being the center of attention type shit. You know?
Like people coming up to them saying, you know,
are you okay? Are you good? Yeah, they want that, you know.
Yeah. Tell me about what is your biggest tip day, you know, of the year here.
Okay.
Me personally, at the Sandbar, I would say 4th of July weekend is like our.
Yeah.
We crush it every year.
I was there for 4th of July weekend, bro, and I was like, this is
you didn't remember me.
Anarchy. Yeah, I didn't
You denied knowing me. I remember you were
Dude,
there.
that was my alter ego, by the way, that day. Like, don't
What's
let
his
that
name?
His name's Nathan. Just
Nathan.
when you see Nathan's out, just like get the fuck away from him, bro.
Fuck you, Nathan.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Honestly. Tell him I said that too next time you see him.
So is there a day that you look forward to? Like, you know, like Babylon, St. Patrick's Day Parade, or whatever it is big tip day.
Yeah, bro. Obviously, like, you know, like you have I call it like that. Like you have like the 4 horsemen, I guess. I guess you got obviously Thanksgiving Eve. Definitely one of the craziest days of the year. You got St. Patty's Day or the Babylon Parade. Either one of those two, depending on which day it falls on, is always fucking crazy. And then you have Gay Pride, which is a top 3 craziest days of the year. And now, my personal, maybe not like the bars or my coworkers' busiest day of the year, I am going to say the second week of football is because, bro, we have a fair in town, like a craft fair.
Yep.
You get dozens of families that walk in the door. It's football, and especially if like the Jets or Giants win, or even the Bills, it's mobbed.
Yeah.
And like we don't have the same like people on staff like we would on like those days, so it's crazy and like it's a sick money shift. But like, bro, it's like a blood money shift. Like afterwards, like I just feel like I'm like, you ever see those photos of the guys from like World War I, like in the trenches, like just like shell shocked? Yeah, I'll go next door and like get like 2 dirty martinis just like right after my shift and just like chug one and just sip one, like be like, that was fucking a long shift, bro. Yeah. But yo, always worth it.
But it's worth it. Yeah,
always worth it in the end.
We're in it for.
Always worth it in the end, yeah.
And then your biggest tip you've ever gotten?
This is actually mad funny. So this actually happened to me recently. I had a guy give me a $300 tip on a check for like $50. So my cousin came in here. And we were, you know, she just was like, she lives in the city. And she's like, I'm waiting for my train. And her and I just like chopped it up for like while she was waiting. And like this guy came in, right? And like older gentleman sits next to her and they start talking. And my cousin, you know, she's a pretty girl. And the guy goes to meet her. He's like, he goes like, you give me your phone number, I'll give your cousin, because she told me I'm here visiting my cousin. She's like, I'll give him a tip, whatever he wants, like whatever tip.
Yeah.
And she's like, sure. She gives him his number, and then he's like, so what? She's like, oh, 300 sounds great. Dude literally tipped me $300, bro. And then like texted her, be like, I hope your cousin enjoys the tip. And he's like, he absolutely will. He's like, so when can I get you a drink? When can we like meet up in the city, get a drink? She like blocked him right after that. Yeah, no.
So you got a $150 tip.
300.
You didn't give half to your cousin?
Hell no, bro. Hell no. I'll take her out to dinner. Take her to Chili's or something, bro.
Applebee's after 10.
Yeah, nah, bro. Nah, she's cool, obviously.
Yeah.
But
nah,
like,
she knew what she was doing.
She was like, she didn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, but no, I couldn't.
$300
I couldn't do that.
tip. That's awesome. Yeah.
That would be like what? I would technically be a pimp then if I was giving her a portion of the profits, right? And that's illegal. I don't do
so
anything
you got to
illegal.
keep it for yourself. That's great. All right, so tip-wise, sticking with tips, and we're going to go into the next section. Whose tips better, men or women?
Bro, you know what's crazy? In like the past couple years, I really do feel like women have been tipping better. And look, I'm not saying like guys are bad tippers at all, but I have definitely found that more, especially if we're working a night shift here, like the younger women will tip better than the younger guys.
Okay.
But as we get to like the middle age and later ages, you probably do have men tipping a little better.
Okay.
But dude, like the crazy nights, like I feel like younger chicks tip better than guys. I don't know. I mean, you're in the industry. You probably see people at Sandbar that are far younger. I don't want to say far younger, but young.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the same way, or can you, dude? It's like
out in Fire Island, it's so hard to judge everything. I feel like people that have an opinion, it's like that's your opinion, but every week is different.
100%.
Like here you have consistency. You have locals, and we do have locals, but there's a new group of people coming out to rent, coming out on vacation.
Exactly.
Sometimes the men tip better. Sometimes the women tip better. Sometimes the college girls are like very generous. It could be like a group of girls that come out that just take over,
like
and
exactly.
They have money. Maybe they come from a wealthier town, and instead of but yeah, like,
whatever
it is, at Sandbar it's hit or miss. Like there's no one that's better. I would say if I was to have to pick, I would say a grown man.
Yeah, I agree. Like
that dad who's bringing out the family.
Like a guy coming in with his like 4 buddies. Like that's where I think
he wants to take over the tab.
Yeah, like I got the bill.
Yeah,
I got the bill.
Or like a guy is 2 pals and their 3 wives come in. That guy's So by default, I would say guys, but it's definitely dependent out there at least. I don't know if there's more consistency here.
Yeah.
Friday or a Saturday night shift? Because they're both crazy, but in a different way.
Oh, man. They are 2 definitely different vibes. It is definitely a different vibe here on a Saturday compared to a Friday. Personally, I like the Friday more because you have that like happy hour crowd.
Yep.
And like if you get a really solid happy hour crowd, it will linger over into the night. Like dude, we're gonna be busy here till like 9:30, and then like it comes in waves here. Like you'll get like that 9:30, dies down till about 11:30, then it gets busy again probably around 2:30. But like, dude, if you have a sick happy hour crowd on a Friday, it's awesome. And then they'll stay late, and then like people will walk by and be like, "Oh, it's packed in there. Let's go in." And then the vibe just continues, and like then it's like a great night. You're busy till you have a mountain of tabs to close out, and like best. It's like, wow, it's like 2:45. Like that shift went quick, bro. And it was a great vibe all shift. Saturdays definitely more amateurs come out. I feel like it's like, Saturday night, let's go to Babylon, bro.
Yeah, it's more the party guy.
Yeah. Friday, a lot of people are just blowing off steam and they're happy that the week's over.
Yep.
Which I like.
Letting loose. Yeah, definitely. Day shift or night shift?
Ooh, that's tough, bro.
Personally, I'm a day shift guy, and it's because of my laziness. of not wanting to clean at the end of the night. I don't mind setting up. It could take me an hour, 2 hours to set up. I'm fine by it. Cleaning up, I'm just not like.
Dude, yeah,
I hate it.
I totally.
I want to get
that.
out. Yeah.
I feel like you meet some awesome people on the night shift, bro. Like night shift, you get like all the cool people that are in the industry come in. They'll bless you. You know, that's really awesome. The day shift though, like. You also meet great people there too. Like I'm not gonna say like like I work a day shift. Like I actually love my Sunday day shift. I have awesome regulars, great people. The night though, like you see the most. That's where you're gonna have those stories. Like, dude, all the stories that I pretty much told you are from my night shifts.
Right.
You know, bro, I am gonna say day shift though. Day shift for sure.
Yeah.
Day shift guy. Get to have your night and go out and
I think that's a hot take, but I would agree. You know,
yeah.
Favorite drink to make?
Probably just a water. I'm kidding, bro.
On the rocks or straight up?
Yeah. No, I actually fucking hate making waters. I tell my barbacks, I'm like, yo, make like 10 waters, bro, and I'm just like
Hand
pass them out.
Yeah.
No, my favorite drink to make where I something I really do take a pride in, and like I do like when it looks really good. Like it's awesome about here, and at the same time kind of like a thing. It's like we don't really make cocktails like that. Bro, like when I do make like a woman asks for a cosmopolitan or a certain martini, and I make it and I ask if they like it and they like it and they order another one, like I do get very happy.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, bro. Like I would definitely say like a Cosmo or like dude, it's kind of like basic shit, but like definitely just being able to see like giving someone that wanted that and they enjoy it and they want to order another one, that is something I like to take pride in and I'm happy about, you know?
And then a drink you hate making?
Water.
Okay. You said that, yeah.
Or a single green tea shot, bro.
And what about a drink that signals caution? A drink that makes you say, I gotta watch this person,
dude. I'm sure we all could agree, like the Long Island iced tea guys, and then when you give them the when you give them the LIT, they're like, "Yo, this isn't even strong, bro." Like, yo, can you throw more?
3/4 of your glass,
bro.
Is
it's
alcohol.
Like, dude, it's like, yeah, like, or the guy that's like, yo, what's the strongest beer you have on tap? It's like I always am like watching that guy, like no matter what, like, bro, like obviously I watch all my customers, make sure no one is getting out of hand, I should say, like obviously let loose and have a good time, but like in reason, you know, don't get blackout drunk and throw a stool.
I think that's been the number one answer is Long Island iced tea.
Yeah, bro. I think
you come up and order a Long Island iced tea, I'm asking for ID.
Oh, 100%, bro. 100%. Or a big thing when I like, I always ID, but like a big thing is like, you know, like I said, like a vodka cranberry, right? You always do spirit first, juice second. Like cranberry vodka, Coke and Jack. It's like, dude, like, is this your first time at a bar? You know, it's like, that's not how you order it. You know what I mean?
What's your joke for a customer? Like, so you just said a water. My go-to joke, if somebody orders a water from me, I'm saying, on the rocks or straight up?
Yeah,
it's a dumb dad joke, right? But it's just like kind of breaks up the moment. It lets you kind of step back from the craziness of a shift. Is there
humanize
like something,
everything?
Yeah. Like something you go to, a silly joke, a funny thing you're giving to customers?
God, I say people go like, "You guys got a bathroom here?" I say, "No.
Yeah.
We don't do those."
Yeah.
I don't do that. And they're like, bro, I guess I have this delivery where people believe it, and I'm like, yeah, bro, right there, man, you know. But like that's something that, you know, disarms, you know, makes people smile and laugh.
You were telling me about a funny thing you say earlier too, because Dan's a larger gentleman, height-wise. You know, people ask if you're a basketball player.
Oh, bro. Every second of my day. Well, I'll be like, no, I never played any sports. I rode horses. I was a jockey. And you know, like jockeys are what, like 5'2"? Yeah, like
4'11".
And then everyone they're like, that's awesome. And then all of a sudden it like clicks in their head and they're like, wait a minute. You know, it's like I was like, yeah, dude, I obviously like
those playful jokes you have with
bro, you know, exactly.
Anything like you've ever caught a coworker doing, they're like falling, and you're like, "Yo, we gotta pull that video." Like, everybody's got a coworker group chat, like something that's going around in there.
Oh man, I wish I could say honestly, we do have something like that, but like, we honestly don't. Like Ben, like I'm trying to think. Ben, do we have anything like that, like that you could think of?
Where somebody was doing something like embarrassing.
Right? Yeah, I can't. Like, it's pretty. Yeah, nah. Sorry. I guess.
I'm pretty sure-footed.
Yeah, we're sure-footed. Besides when I'm moving a million miles per hour, snapping some glasses.
I was about to say, I'm sure like those camera angles probably catch you. Boom, boom, boom,
Dude,
boom,
honestly,
boom.
and probably those moments of where we do some dumb shit. No one wants to see it because it's that diabolical, you know?
Or you're so used to it. You're like seeing your coworker fall for the 10th time. It's like, all right, you're like, you don't even think about it. And then like wrapping this whole thing up, what like is one story of your whole career? Could be anything. Could be about a coworker, a customer, just your own story.
Sure.
What's something that just culminates? You know, just the funniest, wildest, most relatable, whatever.
Yeah. So funny and wild for sure is when, so like you were saying earlier, and when you introduced me, I won the Greater Long Island's Best Bartender. So
yes,
one of my friends,
Long Island's best.
So one of my friends, she honestly just like threw me in there as like a joke, like, oh, like let's get like Dan in here, and I end up like getting nominated and like being put on the bracket to compete, and Connor here is just, whenever something like that catches fire, bro, he just loves to pour gasoline on it, I guess, in figurative words. Like, you know, let the fire rise.
That's a good owner.
Yeah. Oh, bro. He's great. He's great. And he, dude, in a past life, he had to be like a campaign manager for like a politician or something, because the way he would promote me and get me to do things for it was wild. And it was just honestly amazing to see the town and all my regulars and friends and family to kind of like get behind me and like push me to get to the point to where I was competing in the finals and ended up winning. You know, and with that, like, bro, like we don't make like crazy cocktails here or anything. Like, I know so many people in that kind of crazy cocktail field that, dude, I remember the night before I bought a bunch of spirits at my crib. I had a bunch of friends come over that are in the industry, and we just made cocktails. And I was like, how's this one taste? How's this one taste? And like, obviously we had some ones that were like, this is shit. And then we had ones like, okay, yo, you're doing this one, bro. Like, it's like, and like, dude, at like the end of the day, when it comes to bartending, right? Like, I have utmost respect for guys that do make cocktails that are like mixologists, right? I have like that. It's an art, you know. You do make a beautiful and a delicious cocktail, but like to be a great bartender, I think you just have to be like a down to earth, know how to communicate to people, disarm people, bro. Like I
agree.
The amount of times I've had people that have come in here that were pissed off, and I just sat and chatted with them, or like they just were. They came in by themselves, and I talked to them, like my friend Junji, and we grew this great relationship.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah.
To be a bartender, you just have to be like a down-to-earth guy and know how to communicate to people. And, I just want to be very humble, and I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to work here and meet friends like one of my best friends, Ben, and Francis, and a bunch of other people that I am not going to name. And I'm just a very lucky man to be in this situation, you know?
Definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Like, being to work with a whole bunch of friends, you consider your brothers, your roommate, your best friends.
Brothers.
Like,
yeah,
there's nothing that beats that. You get to come to work, and it's like a playground almost that like you get to actually make money off of.
Oh, 100%.
Especially having a boss like you've been talking about. Mm-hmm. Connor I don't know him personally, but he sounds like
he's a great dude. Bro.
Yeah, amazing.
He's a great man.
Just supports you guys and the fun you're having, and like when you get to have fun. And that gets to equate to making money.
Yeah,
absolutely. And that, I think a lot, bartenders are like a therapist, right?
100%.
It's like your barber. And, to have that energy to just have people be able to open up and feel comfortable and want to hang out with you. I think that's like the number one thing. Everything else comes second or third to that.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely,
and you definitely have that good energy.
I appreciate that, bro. It takes one to know one, right?
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Dude, Dan, thank you so much for being on this episode.
Awesome, this was awesome.
I appreciate you
having
you on here. Like I said, thinking about it from day one, once we thought about the idea.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely, man. And you need anything, let me know, bro. I'm here for you.
Dude, make sure everybody comes, checks out Dan Bartz on IG.
Bro.
He's over here at Mary Carroll's.
Bro.
Great place. I hang out here myself, so you'll probably run into me if you hang out here.
Yeah, hey, shout out Bartender Bangaz, baby.
Let's go. You know the vibe.
They blowing up. They're gonna blow up.
Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody, for checking in to this week's episode of Bartender Bangaz. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. And if you're a bartender that would like to be on this show, slide into our DMs. We'd love to have you. We want to hear all the Bartender Bangaz stories. Make sure to keep it banging, not boring. Catch you next week. Poof.